Good afternoon, I'm Sarah Orton and I work with the Federation of Independent Retailers and this is the Fed Talks. Today we are joined by Daisy Thompson, Wholesale and Convenience National Account Manager at NESTLÉ, and Jason Stocker, Wholesale and Convenience Controller at NESTLÉ. So first and foremost, what are the key focus areas for NESTLÉ beverages this summer?
Yeah, so there's kind of two key focus areas that we're really highlighting for NEStlé beverages this summer. The first one is all around Nesquik ready to drink. So this was a product that launched last year, so kind of summer last year, but clearly kind of COVID struck and kind of we didn't necessarily get the launch that we were anticipating. So we're very much going again this summer, really wanting to push it out there and get lots of retailers and consumers really interested in this product. So just as a bit of a quick refresher, it comes in two different flavors. So it's an 180ml carton of the Nesquik product that everyone knows and loves, and it comes in chocolate and strawberry. It's very much aimed at kids, sort of like under 10 years old, and we hope that this will be a lovely kind of impulse product for them to pick up whilst they're on the go, out and about. So what we're really hoping is that kind of this summer, obviously with a lot of people not necessarily being able to get away, get abroad, there'll be a lot of kind of staycations, people being at home for their holidays. And actually this will be the perfect opportunity to really get this amazing product out there, getting it into kids' hands, getting parents picking it up for their children whilst they're out and about. So we're really hoping retailers get on board with this and take advantage of this fab opportunity. So that's the first one. The second one is NEScafe Gold iced coffees. So these are really new and they launched literally only a few months ago into the market and into this channel literally about 2 months ago. And they're a kind of iced frothy coffee that comes in two flavors. So we've got our cappuccino flavor and our salted caramel latte flavor. And it basically allows you to make a gorgeous cup of iced coffee, but in the comfort of your own home. So it's super simple, super quick and easy. But this is such a major trend. I mean, cold coffee is growing hugely. And really interestingly, actually, 50% of Starbucks coffee that you get out and about in your coffee shops is sold cold. But in home, this is only 0.5% of cups, which is really interesting and shows the massive gap in the market here. So that's exactly kind of the gap we're trying to plug with our two new products. And really want to push it whilst kind of the sun's shining this summer. So hoping retailers can get on board with this as well.
Brilliant. Thank you, Daisy. Could you please tell us more about NEScafe Gold iced coffee? How has it been received by the market and why should retailers be stocking it?
Well, it's really gone down a storm in the marketplace, not only from the main part of the market, but certainly from a cash and carry wholesale. We've really seen some great engagement from our customers. This has led to a lot of displays into cash and carries, and I'm sure a lot of your members will start to see those around the cash and carries as they visit over the next couple of weeks. But I think when you look at the key points for what is the most important part for real Fed members is that the mixers category, as we've alluded to before, is incremental to the category. So this is not replacing the consumer who comes in and picks up their normal jar of coffee from our retailers. You know, this is incrementality. So this is really exciting for our retailers from a basket spend point of view. I suppose the other couple of facts around why we've produced iced coffee. It is the fastest growing segment between 18 and 25-year-olds. So there's a real opportunity from a convenience point of view to really engage with these younger consumers and making sure that we have the purchase there ready for them. And also the fact is that 70% of people who pick up iced coffees are over 45s. So there's real two big elements here of convenience shoppers who we target within the convenience sector who are looking for this product. And also, I think from a nutritional point of view, 55 calories per cup. It's not an indulgence cup of coffee in any shape or form. So, it's really from a health conscious point of view, a really great cup to have.
Great, thank you, Jason. And on Nesquik RTD, could you please tell us more about how retailers can maximise its potential?
Yeah, totally. I mean, as you said, it's a really great product to stock, but it is still fairly new out into the market. So I think the key thing here is all about getting consumers picking it up and trialing it. So I think the first part of this is kind of about point of sale. So as a company, we're kind of creating point of sale kits to launch out this summer. And we've got our field teams and our field agencies that will be kind of sending those out to members and to stores around the country. But that doesn't mean that if you don't get your hands on a kit, you can't kind of really bring it to life in store yourself. And there's loads of really simple things you can do, making a kind of display front of your store or even on the counter. So when kind of shoppers come in, they see it and haven't necessarily seen it before, want to pick it up and trial it. And it's all about just raising awareness of this new product and getting it out there. I think the second part of it is all around merchandising. So shoppers want to have a really easy experience when they want to come into store. So I think the key thing here is making sure it sits in the right part of the chiller. So I think that's the first point. It needs to sit in the chiller. People expect to kind of pick up these sorts of drinks in the chiller. It's served cold. That's kind of how a kid wants to consume their NEScafe RTD. So if it sits in the chiller, it needs to sit alongside similar products. So alongside kids' milk drinks, near other kind of kids' drinks as well. And if there is an opportunity to dual site it in store, so whether that's having a kind of an additional fixture elsewhere or alongside maybe kind of other impulse products, do that as well, because then you're just kind of increasing the chance of people picking that up, giving it a go, and then coming back into the store to pick it up again, and then you'll get lots of repeat purchases. So those are probably the key things we'd say.
Brilliant, thank you. So what's the longer term outlook on flavoured milks? Is this a segment to back for the future, would you say?
Yeah, it absolutely is. At Nestlé, we definitely see this as the future. I think, so obviously COVID has thrown a bit of a spanner into the works with this category, but before COVID, so in 2019, there were 4 out of 15 soft drinks segments that were in growth, and flavoured milks is one of those, which is really interesting because it shows there's massive growth potential there. And clearly, as we've said, COVID came along, and obviously a lot of people ended up being far more home-based. Flavoured milks typically are far more of a kind of on-the-go impulse consumption drink. As a result, it's no surprise that kind of growth of this segment has massively slowed down over COVID because people just weren't kind of going after those sorts of products. But clearly, as we start to exit out of COVID, we have a strong ambition that this category will return to growth, kind of similar to the levels we saw before COVID. And that's absolutely why we're backing this. And we think NEScafe RTD is a perfect way to really boost this category. And watch this space, because we've got way more other kind of flavoured milks and drinks in the pipeline, which will be really exciting and will just help to give this whole segment a real boost for the future.
Right. Is there anything else new and upcoming for our members to look out for this summer?
Well, I think a lot of the members will know Milo as a global hot chocolate brand right away across the rail, but we're really excited now to be bringing out the Milo RTD later on this summer, which will be a really great RTD malt drink and a real good incremental purchase in this category. It's an exclusive launch into the channel, so we're really excited about that, and it's something, a point of difference that everyone can have within the channel. But what's really we're going to do for your members? Well, firstly, we're not going to forget about the cash and carries. Our own internal field sales force are out there building displays from August onwards to really make sure that it's unmissable visibility within the cash and carries. We'll be following that up with web and POS out to stores to making sure that the retailers can engage in that way as well. But I think also, some of the other things that we're doing on top of that is that we'll be doing van sales. So some of the members will be fortunate to have a van sales operation coming across the door and talking to about RTD with probably a deal, and obviously where it sits within their fixture. So look out for our van sales coming out. But I think more importantly, as I said, there's a lot more that we're going to actually be producing over the next 4 to 6 weeks. So keep an eye out and watch this space.
Brilliant. Thanks so much for both of your time, Daisy and Jason. And thank you to our viewers for listening.
Thank you.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our social media accounts, which will be in the description below. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time.